Hello, fellow Christmas lovers and enthusiasts. You are listening, and depending on where you're at, you may be watching Closer to Christmas, the Christmas podcast where every episode that comes out, we all get a little bit closer to Christmas. My name is Charlie, and on episode 24 of the podcast, I'm going to be testing out one of the special features that is available to Spotify for podcasters, and that's the visual component. So if you were listening to this podcast on the regular podcast feed or wherever you listen to podcasts, you might want to check out Spotify for podcasters because there's a lot of video to go along with this episode. And I also posted it up on the YouTube channel for Closer to Christmas, so check the links in the description if you would like to check it out there. But on this episode, I'm visiting two locations that I talked about all the way back on episode 5 of the podcast, and that is Disney Springs. I went and visited Disney's Days of Christmas shop, and then we went to the Magic Kingdom in Orlando, Florida, Disney World, and we visited Ye Olde Christmas shop. So I'm going to be taking you on a tour of those two locations, and then if you stay tuned to the end of the episode, I have another special feature for you. We went onto the Carousel of Progress, and I recorded the whole holiday scene, so I'll have that up there for you to check out if you've never seen the ride before, or if you just want to get a little bit of that Carousel of Progress feels. So now that you know what this episode is all about, it's time to grab your favorite hot chocolate, coffee, any beverage of choice, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. First up on the little walkthrough here is Disney's Days of Christmas, which is located in Disney Springs. The address is 4600 North World Drive in Orlando, Florida, 32830. This is the exterior of the shop. There's a few different windows with some cute displays that are in there. There's 3 entrances into the shop. This is the front main entrance, and then along the side there's another entrance that you could go into across from the art store, and then there's one in the back as well. But these are some of the windows in the front of the shop. I'm going to walk around the building here so you can get an idea of what the exterior looks like. And then as I go in, I'm going to be doing a voiceover here of the video because as I was recording, my microphone kept cutting in and out. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to use the audio from when I actually recorded on this one. So I'll have to do a little voiceover here in post. But that's the side entrance. And then all the way in the back, there's a little entrance back there. It's kind of hard to see from this side. But we're going to walk around the front and go in, and then I'll show you some of the merchandise that's inside. Just do a little tour here. We're going to walk through the store. So this is the Days of Christmas store. So this is the entrance that I always go in, and one of the first things you notice as soon as you walk in is you get hit with a blast of cold air and the scent of the Christmas shop, which is just something I look forward to every year. And you also walk right into the Halloween section. They usually put all the Halloween stuff up on this end. There's a register on this end, and I don't think I've ever seen it open as many years as I've been going there. But the Halloween merchandise for this year was really cool. A lot of neon-type inspired designs, really cool vintage look. Up on the wall here, you have some old Genie from Aladdin artwork, which is really neat to look at. It's all Christmas themed, and most of the merchandise is the same across all the shops in Orlando, Florida. But over here is a pressed penny machine. I have a video of us getting a whole set of those, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that when the video starts playing towards the end of this section here. We were a little disappointed about one thing, but I'll talk about that when we get there. So again, all the Halloween merchandise up here, a faux fireplace that's located right at this entrance. There's one on the other side too, but this one's the bigger one. It's actually right in the middle. It's a 2-sided fireplace. They have some Dalmatians walking around. It's decorated really nice. Then over here is your Nightmare Before Christmas section. This section actually used to be all the way in the back of the store in its own little room. It was mostly Nightmare Before Christmas stuff back there, but it kind of got moved up to this section, and you'll see why when we get back there. But they have a lot of individual ornaments over here. Some of these are really neat. They light up. They're battery operated. There's a little switch on the bottom. The 0 one here, the pumpkin lights up inside of it. So that one's pretty neat. And it's all standard pricing for all the Disney ornaments, but this is the Nightmare Before Christmas section. And a lot of this stuff up here, I believe, was last year's design, where it's like that blurry 3D effect. And over here on this wall, there was a really cool wreath. This wreath moved. The eyes moved left to right. I thought that one was pretty neat. But then here's the back of the fireplace. And here's the other side of the fireplace here. A little poster hanging up on the top there. And as you walk through the store, you're going to notice just random Christmas stuff all over the place. A little section of Halloween stuff on the left there as well. Then this wall over here is kind of where they put the personalized ornaments. You can have ornaments personalized at any Disney Christmas shop. You just go into this line over here, you drop the ornament off, and you get charged per the letter or, whatever you want written on it. And they do sell ones that are already pre-written on. They're on 2 different locations. I'll show you those in a minute as well. But a lot of the merchandise over here is your Disney 100 stuff, as that's what Disney's celebrating this year. So they have a lot of ornaments to go along with that.
Over here, these are kind of like...
Then you have your classic Mickey-shaped balls. Some of them are designed with different artwork on them and stuff. But these ones really stood out to me this year. I like these. They kind of reminded me of the old Disney vintage cartoons, the intros to them. There was a few different ones. There was a Goofy, Chip 'n Dale, Minnie, Mickey, Donald, a whole bunch of them. But some of them didn't have old classic cartoons to go along with them, but they looked kind of neat. So those were something that would be a pretty cool pickup if you were a fan of the old cartoons. This little rack right here is personalized ornaments. I'm going to just let it go in case you could hear the audio in the background.
Walt Disney on it, or the date, like this one's 2023. Have another one over here. It's all the same thing. So any of these are...
And again, another tree with already written and personalized ornaments. And I mean by personalized, I just mean the date written on them. And there's a pricing guide for the personalization that's available to you.
So as you're walking around, though, they kind of have everything sectioned off. Like these ones are all Mickey-shaped ornaments.
Some more Mickey designs. The glass blown ones are really cool. They usually do some pretty neat scenes. I've picked up one or two of those in the past. Not that particular design, but other ones. And then here's some more already personalized ornaments over on this wall with another list of prices if you wanted to get stuff personalized.
These ones look like they're already personalized as well. Then just some of the regular merchandise.
Now moving along from that wall, these are just some of the random ornaments that are kind of all over the wall there. There's nothing in particular, just kind of one-off type of things here. Another register to your left there and to the right. And these ornaments over here were pretty cool. This one was like a vintage Donald Duck cartoon where the Huey, Dewey, and Louie go out trick-or-treating. It's with the witch. That one played the song that was the theme song for that episode. I didn't want to pull out any of the tabs and turn it on, but it did play the song, which was pretty neat. I did see one of them had a tab out, so I did play it, but I couldn't find it while I was recording this. Here's some of the quote-unquote fancier ornaments. That one right there reminded me of some of the old Avon ornaments that we had gotten when we were growing up. Another second fireplace back there. That one has an actual visual component to it as well. It has a fake fire going. And the little mantle above that, which is decorated. Then here's some of last year's merchandise, the 50th celebration. They had some of the ornaments there. And the blown glass section. This is the ornament we actually picked up this year, was this Mickey pretzel. That's one of the things me and my family like to do. We'll go sit down, watch a parade, or sit down at the Magic Kingdom at nighttime and just enjoy a Mickey pretzel, dip it in some cheese. So my son wanted the pretzel ornament this year, so that's the one that we got. Now this back room here, this is the back room that I said used to be Nightmare Before Christmas, that whole room was. Now it is set up with candles and essential oils, so it smells not like the Christmas shops back there. It smells like a bunch of oil diffusers going away, and you know, I kind of missed it as the Nightmare Before Christmas section, but what are you going to do? Times change. These are some of the Mickey ear ornaments I talked about on a different episode where I had talked about the Wally one that we had gotten. These ones are done a little bit different. They don't seem like a solid resin like the one we got. These are more plasticky and hollow, so I don't know if they had a lot of complaints from the old ones breaking, and maybe they switched to a more plastic/rubbery type design. But that's the Mickey shape, the Mickey ear ornament shapes that I was talking about. Some of these things are the way to go, actually, if you wanted to buy souvenirs for people. You get some of the box sets there. You might find one that has like 5 ornaments in it, 4 or 5, and if you wanted to split those up, that's your cheapest route to go if you wanted to get somebody, you know, just one ornament. Other than that, the ornaments are usually pretty expensive at Disney property. They always have been. And again, they keep going up every year, but this might be the way to go if you want to get stuff for souvenirs for people. A little 4 or 5 set box, and then just split them up accordingly. And another register that's located over here, the side register. And then some of the ornaments on here, they used to do a real vintage, like Victorian design, and I believe these are the designs that replaced that one. These ornaments were super heavy. Like that ornament ball that I'm holding there probably weighed like a good pound or so. It was a real thick. You can tell if you drop that one, you're either going to break your toe or it's going to shatter like a plate. But the designs on them are pretty neat. It's not like the Victorian one, like how it used to be, but I believe that's what they replaced it with, because I didn't see those Victorian designs anywhere. But these are more of your fancier ones.
I think that one
Then along
replaced
the one side here,
design that they used to use. That was like a Victorian
some
design.
pendants. I know when I was younger, in the 80s, pendants were hanging here. you would get if you went away. But these
I
were
think that
pendants, but
replaced
they were
those.
a pillow.
Then you have like some
Not really a
classic
pendant per se, but a pillow
pendants.
of the
I remember when I was
pendants that were
little,
popular back
I used
in the
to
day.
collect pendants when we went places. This is like a little pillow though. And there's a monorail bag.
And that's going to do it for the tour
again,
of the Days of Christmas shop that
it's
is located
basically
in Disney Springs in Orlando,
a walk
Florida.
through
We're just going to walk
of all the
through the
stuff.
back here again to the Halloween section and out the back door. But again, this is one of the favorite Christmas shops that
And
we go
this
to.
is the
There's this one and the one at
exit
Magic Kingdom,
that
which
I'm
we're going to
leaving
visit
out
next.
of by the
But
Halloween
this is the
stuff
one that I
again.
usually get our family yearly ornament from every year that we go.
I'm gonna go to Magic Kingdom tomorrow, and I'll record the Christmas shop in there. But this was the Days of Christmas here at Disney Springs.
All right, now coming up next, I am going to take you on a trip to Ye Olde Christmas Shop, which is located in Magic Kingdom in Orlando, Florida. Coming up next is Ye Olde Christmas Shop. This is located in the Magic Kingdom in Orlando at Disney World. If you look at it from outside, it looks like a whole bunch of different buildings, but inside it's all one store. So I like the way it's themed, how it looks like different shops outside. But the first thing you'll notice when you walk in this entrance, again, is that nice cold air blast and that scent of the holiday that you get from all the Christmas shops. And you also walk right into the Halloween and Nightmare Before Christmas section. Some of the merchandise that was here I did not see at the other shop, so I always like that you could get stuff here and not at the other place. And this is the room that has the Nightmare Before Christmas stuff right here, and it also has a cash register right here, so that's register number 1. But in this window, you'll see a mailbox there and a sled that has paper in it. You could take a piece of that paper and write a letter to Santa, put it in that mailbox, and they'll make sure that it gets to the big man. As you'll see walking around in here, obviously it all looks like one store from inside. Outside looks like multiple shops. I did explain why it looks like that on the episode that I did on the shop, which is episode number 5, so if you wanted to go back and listen to that, please feel free to do that. But I did see some merchandise here, like this Baymax ornament I don't think I saw at the other shop, so that was pretty cool to see that here. And this is the second register in the building. And as you're walking through to the back of the shop, you'll see a little Christmas tree on a table there. They have some ornaments on display. And then back here is the fireplace in the building, which actually looks like a real working fireplace, so that was pretty cool. And then as you round back here, this is the third register, and then this red door on the right, which I'll show you in one second. But back here by the register, there's pin trading. You'll see that little Mickey ear there. People always trade pins at Disney World, and there's a rack of pins you could buy some. But on that red door right there, there's a daily countdown to Christmas, which they keep that updated daily. And this back room here is your fancier looking ornaments and your personalization area where you can get your ornaments personalized. If you walk out this back side entrance here, you have a nice photo opportunity though. I'm going to take you around there. There is a big sled outside. You could go and hop up on that sled and get a photo of you guys sitting in Santa's sled. And again, I like the way it looks outside. It's really cool. All different buildings, but really it's all the same building inside. There's the sled. You could sit up on there and get your photo taken. I actually did a painting of this building as well. I posted that up on my art Instagram. But here's the Ye Olde Christmas Shop, the back side entrance. And you could actually walk right to the back again. Out here is a little I don't want to say it's hidden because everybody knows it's back there, but it's an area that we all go back there and sit and enjoy a snack or just a nice area to sit down where it's a little quiet and kind of shaded. And there's one little feature out here that's pretty neat that you don't really see too many locations like in the park. But these little tables out here are kind of off to the side, and that's usually where we hang out. But this is the back of the Christmas shop, and if you come around the back side of it here, you'll see a little grassy patch right there. I guess that's where you could take your dog and let it do its business out there. But again, this area is very quiet. Not many people go back there. And that was Ye Olde Christmas Shop located in the Magic Kingdom in Orlando, Florida. And now, as I talked about when we were on the tour of Disney's Days of Christmas, we got a chance to check out the pressed penny machine that was in there. My son wanted to do it, and it was Nightmare Before Christmas themed, so obviously we had to jump on that. Now, the one thing that I did not care for about it is it makes a big deal out of it is, oh, we supply the penny. Each pressed penny back in the day used to be 51 cents. You would put in 2 quarters and the penny, and you would press your own penny. Now they're $1 each for a penny, but you could get the whole set for $5. So there were 8 designs in here. So for $5, you got all 8, and they claim that we supplied the penny, but the big bummer out of the whole thing was when we got them and they popped out the pennies, it was not a real penny. You could tell it was just a little scrap piece of copper that they used. It doesn't have the same feel, the heft, and the weight of a classic pressed penny. But what are you going to do? They supplied the penny. So this is a video of us purchasing the whole set of Nightmare Before Christmas pennies, and then I'm going to lay them out here, and you can take a look and see what they looked like when they were all done. Again, I'm a little disappointed that they weren't actual pennies, but what are you going to do? We got the whole set of 8 for $5. All right, so if you made it this far in the podcast, I have a very special treat for you. We are taking a tour on Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. It is a rotating theater, audio animatronic stage show. The total runtime for the show is 21 minutes. It's located in Tomorrowland at the Magic Kingdom, and it is definitely a show you should go see if you have never seen it before. But the reason I'm showing it to you here is the very last scene of the whole show is a Christmas scene, which is always really cool. So the whole progress of the show, you just rotate in this theater and it takes you through different times, but this scene has changed quite a few times since we've been checking it out over the years. But yeah, the last scene, it's all Christmas themed, so I wanted to play that for you here so you could get a chance to see it if you've never seen it. Then there's a still shot of it at the end, and then after that I'm going to be back and we're going to wrap up this episode. But if you've never seen the Carousel of Progress, or if you really just want to sit back and enjoy the Christmas scene, now is your chance, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
It's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
Isn't it a pleasant holiday? Oh, turkey's in the oven, it's peaceful and quiet.
Yes! 300 points, my best score yet.
Well, it was peaceful until Santa brought that new virtual reality space pilot game.
Your turn, Grandma. Let's switch the image over to the TV so the resident flying ace can show you how it works. Now, it's a little tricky. Just use your game glove to fly behind the other guy and blast him with your laser blaster.
Laser blaster? Well, I'll give it a try.
Take a look around, Grandma. You're in the ship.
Feels like I'm really there.
Okay, get ready. You're about to blast off.
Here goes nothing. Whoa.
All right, here he comes. Oh, you missed him.
Hey, everybody. I'm done programming our new voice activation system.
Now all our household items will do anything we tell them to do.
Great. Tell the refrigerator to bring me a root beer.
Well, it can't quite do that. But I'll show you something it can do. Tree lights 30% brighter.
Oh, that's no big deal. Anybody can do that voice-activated stuff. Watch this. Roar, beat.
John, the oven should respond to your voice commands now. Give it a try.
Oh, okay. Here goes. Temperature to 375.
Look at that. It even talks back.
Reminds me of certain people I know.
Yeah, right, Dad.
You gotta lose him, Grandma. Bank to the right.
Remember Dad's turkey last year?
Yeah, that thing really smoked up the place when it burned, didn't it?
We ended up microwaving frozen pizzas.
Well, no need to worry about the turkey this year. Not with an oven that will do anything your father tells it to do.
Ooh, good shot.
Did you see that?
Dad, Grandma's up to 550 points.
Did you say 550? Hey, she's getting the hang of that thing.
I can't believe all the new gadgets they've got now. You know, in my day.
Oh, no. You're not going to tell us about the old days when you didn't even have a car phone.
Hey, Trish, for a while we didn't even have a house phone. Not to mention laser discs, high-def TV. Everything is automated today, including that.
No privacy at all around this place.
Sorry, Orville. Anyway, you guys don't know how good you got it nowadays.
You know, my grandpa told me the very same thing when I was a kid. Take that, you nincompoop!
Hey, check it out, Dad. Grandma's up to 975 points.
Wow, 975.
John, what's wrong with the oven?
What,
Anyone for pizza?
Oh, another Christmas turkey ruined. Man, what a game. I really smoked those guys. Looks like I'm resident flying ace now.
Oh, best 2 out of 3, Grandma.
Later, kid. Boy, that was fun. What will they think of next?
Who knows? We've got a whole new century waiting for us out there.
Yeah, and maybe sometime in the new century, your father will learn how to talk to our oven.
Well, maybe by then ovens will read our minds. But hey, as long as we're all here and happy and together for the holidays, who cares if I burned our Christmas turkey?
I do. I'm starving.
Don't worry, Dad. Someday, everything's gonna be so automated, you won't ever have to cook another Christmas turkey again.
There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow is just a dream away.
That is going to do it for episode 24 of Closer to Christmas. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little visual adventure we went on here. Whether you watched it over on Spotify for podcasters or if you checked it out on the YouTube channel, please leave a comment and let me know your thoughts on it. And if I do get enough feedback, maybe a visual component is something we could add to the podcast later and do some more things like this. And in the same token, if you would not mind, wherever you listen to the podcast, please leave a rating and a review. Rating and reviews are really what helps the podcast grow, and people that are out there searching for the same type of content, it gets the show out there in front of them so we can get some more ears onto the podcast. And again, if you would like to email me, give me suggestions or things you might like to hear me talk about on future episodes, closer to christmaspodcast@gmail.com is where you could email me. And you could also check me out on Instagram and Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it nowadays. Both of those are at Closer to Xmas, CLOSERTOXMAS. So make sure you're following me on my social media. I do post some stuff up there from time to time. And finally, at the end of this episode, I have a little special treat for you. The holiday season's coming up. If you guys would really like a unique Christmas idea or item that you could get for somebody, I did come out with a Closer to Christmas coloring book. I'm also an artist. You could follow me at Ague Designs, AGUEDESIGNS. I did put out a Christmas coloring book that was 33 images from my 365 Christmas drawings that I did the other year. So I have that out there. You could follow the links. It's over on Amazon. If you just search for Closer to Christmas coloring book, it'll pop right up. But I did do a little comedy infomercial for it, which is going to be right at the end of this little tail part of the show here. So again, thank you guys for listening to the podcast. And remember, the next time you hear my voice and the next time you possibly see me, we all will be a little bit closer to Christmas. Thank you for listening. Are you tired of juggling too many coloring books? Oh no! Are you frustrated with trying to find a cool picture to color? Well, don't worry about that anymore. Introducing Closer to Christmas, a Christmas coloring book. Closer to Christmas is a Christmas coloring book filled with 32 unique images for you to enjoy coloring. Parents who sip coffee approve. Cats enjoy it also. It's every teenager's dirty little secret. Shh. And it's even great while sitting on the toilet. P.U.
So order your copy of Closer to Christmas, a Christmas coloring book by Charles Acu on Amazon today.